defense showing up.
I mean, that's like the polar opposite of the Big 12.
Yeah.
So is each one of your playoff games a bowl game too, or is that?
Yeah, the playoff games are bowl games.
Yeah, they have to go to awarded to the bowls who would lose out in those situations. So I mean,
I think it's the Peach Bowl and
I don't care.
And the
Sugar
Orange
Bowl.
the Sugar Bowl and the Peach Bowl.
Yeah,
I think they are.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A bowl doesn't matter.
Oh, Chick-fil-A is delicious. Chick-fil-A, come on,
No argument there.
come on.
Make your way up here. I don't care you're closed on Sundays.
Now that there's an arena football team coming to Albany, Chick-fil-A is next.
Right? Please.
Please.
I've been hearing about the Half Moon one for about a year now. When's
Right.
it coming out?
And Latham.
Yeah, I'm kind of
let's go.
excited about that cookie dough place coming into the mall.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, who
Christine
can't-
was
who
just
cannot?
talking about
I
that.
favored Jersey Mike's over Chick-fil-A for the time being. So it seems, anyway.
Jersey-
Yeah, Jersey Mike's.
Anyways, we've got more important things to talk about, and that is who's going to be the 2017-2018 NBA MVP,
Jesus.
and that is
My ESPN.
that is our boy Lonzo Ball. All right, in order to be an NBA MVP, you have to understand when your team needs you to step up and be the guy. And Lonzo, in his very brief career so far, he's done that. All right. He's only played 3 games. And following his worst game, in which he only scored 3 points, which, by the way, his stat line, even though he only scored 3 points, wasn't that bad. He recorded at least 1 point, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 block, and 1 steal. That's impressive, even if you're not scoring a bunch of points. All right. Even though he only scored 3 points, he came out the next night and delivered a 29-point, 11-rebound, 9-assist game. That's stepping up. That is becoming the guy when your team needs you to be the guy. And that is why Lonzo Ball is your 2017-2018 NBA MVP.
The GOAT.
Lonzo Goat, as I call him. All right.
Is he on? Wait, hold on. Did you end up with him on your fantasy?
No, Dan.
No, Dan O'Shea took him just before I could. Jerk.
If he didn't, I was, so there's no way.
I remember taking
Actually,
Brooks,
Nate
and
was
then
saying in that round 2 he was going to go for Lonzo.
Yeah.
Everybody was going
I had
for
the
it.
chance at Lonzo. I was going to do it. And I was like, I already took Lopez. He's going to get really mad at me. I think I'm going to have to pass on this one.
Never pass.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about professional football. Before we get to the NFL, in case you haven't heard, Albany is getting a football team, an arena team. We don't know the name yet, which is kind of confusing.
Yeah.
It was just announced today, officially announced, that there's going to be an Arena League team owned by the same people that own the Philadelphia Soul. So Tony's good friend Ron Jaworski, Marquise Colston.
Is Bon Jovi part of...
Not anymore, actually. I looked
Yeah,
into it.
no.
He's not part of that ownership anymore, which is disappointing.
Or is just out of it now?
He's out of it. So they're
That
allowing
being said, good for Albany because the Soul are like the pinnacle.
2-time
of
defending
arena
champs.
Football, like they know what they're doing as far as a business model is concerned. So if they're going to combine with the business leaders in Albany, that should actually push the arena football team in Albany in the correct direction to actually make it successful and, for the love of God, try and keep a team that'll stay here.
Yeah, it is Arena 1, so it's the upper level arena football. So that's going to be good. They're giving us, the Albany Peoples, a chance to name the team. I've submitted my team name. I suggested the Albany Brewers, which I think pays good homage to, Albany Ale, which has a history being one of the most distributed beers in the world. Also, the local Troy, craft beer scenery and all of that. It blends, marries, if you will, the sports culture with the city culture, and I think it would make a nice mashup of these two completely different cultures into one. And then also, I don't drink, but how many people like watching football with a cold beer in hand?
Me.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It just makes sense. All right. Anyone else want to give an idea for a name?
I don't know if I can
I haven't come up with one yet. I really want a
you know-
good one. Everything I've come up with is either really corny or...
The other one that I came up with was the Albany Assholes.
Yeah, right? That fits well. Trust me.
But I don't think that would work.
The Albany
Walk
Donkeys.
down one of the streets, see what happens. You're going to get more complaints than...
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, I'm not going on that street again.
Western Ave.
Yeah, I'm so mean.
Are they just gonna draw out of your hat again?
Yeah,
or-
right?
Yeah, probably. No, but they're gonna like. I wonder like if anyone's gonna come up with stupid names like the Rumble Ponies.
Yeah, oh man, dude.
Dan
the
O'Shea had
Rumble
said
Ponies.
football McFootball face.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's a solid one.
Did you hear Goss put in his?
Yes, the Gauzy Bears.
What an
Yes,
ass.
he read mine.
Wait, who said? Who put that?
Tom
Tom
Goss.
Goss.
Oh
Put it in
jeez.
as the Gauzy Bears.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And then
Oh,
he read
boy.
the description.
Like I want to submit one that's gonna be like legitimate. Like
Like,
yours
have a
is one of the
chance.
best ones I've heard so far.
Yeah, yours actually makes pretty good sense.
Yeah, it might be. You might have to look into copyright with the Milwaukee Brewers, but I think that it would work, right? It's two different leagues. They could do that, can't they?
I don't know.
I maybe not because St. Rose did sue Las Vegas over the Golden Knights usage.
They were
Yeah.
still able to be called the Golden
Yeah.
Knights, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
eventually because St. Rose got paid to shut up.
Yeah. So,
I don't think the Brewers are too concerned about their.
arena football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they have.
I don't even know that they'll know that the Albany Brewers are even a thing unless somebody brings it
But
up
the
to
funny
them.
thing is, before we were coming here, I was talking about it, and I was saying, what is it that about Albany that could be relatable and still work? And that's what you came up with.
Well, some people are coming up with like the Empire, the Albany Empire, which
Albany.
makes sense. I kind of like that.
No, I mean, if you look at the state capitol, it definitely looks like something that could have been like on land for Star Wars.
Yeah, and then
It's all marble. It's like all symmetrical.
and then like just like these random like fierce sounding names like the Albany Assault and things
Yeah,
like that.
right.
Because that's what Arena League likes. The Desperado.
yeah, this is like the more successful
Crush.
XFL. You know, with
Yeah.
balls.
Yeah. Which, by the way, do you know who the coach of the Philadelphia Soul is? Former Dallas Desperado Clint Dolezal.
There you go.
Yeah, my boy. I used to be a Desperados fan when they were a team.
Really?
Yeah, we used to watch arena football quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yep.
I've
Oh.
never watched a arena football game.
Well, you're going to.
Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, since I've lived here in Albany, there hasn't been an arena football team, but apparently you guys have had some before.
Yeah, there was the Albany Firebirds. They moved to Indianapolis like in 2000.
And these weren't the top tiers.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were?
The Albany Firebirds, the first incarnation of the Albany Firebirds, won an arena bowl. Like
Oh, okay.
they were like top
Okay.
for a while. Then there was the Conquest, which were just a joke.
Yeah.
And then the Firebirds came back, but they were just the Conquest with a different name.
Mm.
But this would be legitimate, like, you know how there's FBS and FCS?
Yeah.
This is the FBS
Okay.
of arena football.
Okay.
So that's going to be fun. I hope the Brewers gets picked because the name that wins gets a prize pack. That includes season tickets.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
All right. Anyone else want to say anything more about arena football?
I will come up with a name and I will let
Yeah.
you guys know by next week.
Let me think
I will
about
have
a
it
name.
submitted by then.
I will
Sure.
submit it as soon as possible because this they play their first game in April. And this was just announced today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's quick turnaround.
I'm not gonna say that they're gonna take a long time to figure it out, but
They don't have a coach. They don't have players. They don't have a name. They don't have a logo.
Announcers.
Yeah, well, they have positions. Like, if you're looking for a job, they're looking for a PA announcer.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't have a voice for PA announcing, but if they need broadcasters, I can do that.
Well, you know what? I'm going to throw my hands around for the PA announcing.
Go for it.
why not? You don't have to
I
worry
don't
about
even need a
tickets at this
microphone. I'm that loud.
All right, so we're going to go on. Let's just run down the NFL scores real quick. Oh, man. Raiders 31, Chiefs 30. Absolute crazy game.
Yep.
Great game.
Great. Yeah.
One of the closer games, we had Cowboys 40, 49ers 10. Bills,
Zeke.
monster.
Yeah, big game.
Monster. Is it
Nate
fair to
says
say
he's overrated.
For someone, I hate to
who's
say,
overrated?
Zeke.
Nate said he is coming next week. By the way,
Nate is coming next week.
that's what he said.
Have I met Nate? I don't think I've met
I
Nate.
don't think you have.
Trust me, if you've
And
met
you
Nate,
probably
you
won't want to
forget.
after. You probably won't want to see him again.
This is the.
I'm only kidding. Good guy.
He would be
With air quotes.
Yeah.
Good guy.
good
No one
guy.
see those.
But if I'm being honest, he's always going to be nominated for the Player Haters Ball.
Player hater
Because he's just
of
full
the
of hate.
year.
He's full
Hate,
of
hate, hate,
He
hate,
hates
hate,
just
hate,
for the
hate.
sake of hating. He may not even agree with the statement he's
Did-
making just so that he can add hate to it.
Did he call the cops on his drug dealing neighbor not because it was the right thing to do, because he was jealous of all the money he was making?
And he gypped him.
Mm-hmm.
And he gypped him.
All right. Bills 30, Buccaneers 27, and probably the craziest game I've seen in a while.
Yeah, where's a D?
I was happy. I was on the edge of my seat for a little bit.
Bears 17, the little furry pussycats 3.
That was a surprising game.
Especially because Mitch Trubisky went 4 of 7 and they still won.
Yeah.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Yeah.
4 of 7.
Well, when you throw 2 interceptions returned for a touchdown to the same guy, it's an issue. Cam.
Scam.
I think that Chicago's defense has been picking up momentum since week 1, and every week they've been like, "Hey, look at this Chicago Bears defense."
Do you know what Cam needs to do?
Chicago Bears defense.
Do you know what Cam needs to do? He needs to atone for his sin, and he needs to do something positive for women.
Yeah. When the week that he apologized, he came out. He put up 40-something points.
Right?
Karma.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is he needs to insult women, apologize so he can get better?
No, just apologize.
He needs to find
Just
Jesus.
apologize for something?
Just apologize. Yeah, go to Auburn and be like, listen, Auburn, I'm sorry I dragged your name through the mud. And he's going to put up 210 fantasy points.
Exactly. Just apologize for something.
I'm sorry, Auburn. What are you apologizing to us for?
I'm sorry that the tree was poisoned. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just anything that he can think of. I'm sorry that I didn't give out a game ball to a little kid last week. There you go.
Yeah.
He's going to put up 1,000 points.
He's gonna feel like he has to prove something.
He's going to throw 6 touchdowns.
But yeah, that was like I said.
Hopefully all to his team.
Yeah, and you'd think that Cam Newton, being the mobile quarterback that he is and whatnot, would have, at least given Chicago's defense a test. But Chicago's defense surprised, I think, even Cam.
Which is funny because they're kind of slow.
Yeah, but they are.
They're not that fast.
I don't understand it.
I mean, it's not like they've got Brian Urlacher, Bobby Cox,
No.
or Daniel Manning,
It's
No.
still,
Nate Vasher.
they're still one of the most surprising defenses in the league this year, which is something I didn't expect.
All right, let's continue on. We've got, and another crap fest, the Titans 12, the Browns 9. I don't know how Delaney Walker got 12 points in fantasy because they didn't score a touchdown.
I don't know how anybody got any
No.
points in that except for the kickers.
Defense.
Okay.
The Titans defense did have 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
So that helped. Saints 26, Packers 17. Brett Hundley sucks.
It was up until the third, like towards the end of the game in the fourth quarter, like the tail end of the fourth quarter. It was a lot closer game than I thought it should be, and then New Orleans kind of.
That being said, I mean, in that game, Green Bay looks like they can have a running offense if they want. I mean, Adams isn't bad.
No, he's not.
Ginn played pretty well too. Ted Ginn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Drew Brees, whoever he feels like.
He spreads the wealth.
He picks a name out of a hat, it's going to be like, it is your lucky day.
But I mean, like, for everyone, praising Tom Brady for being 40 and leading the league in yards and whatever, Drew Brees has been consistent for a very long time. And he's I feel, one of the more underrated quarterbacks in the league.
No. Drew Brees plays in the NFL equivalent of a Mike Leach air raid system.
Yeah. But,
You're going to put up points.
he, what was it? Was it 2 or 3 years ago? No, it was 2 years ago that he led the league in yards.
And the team still sucked.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
But still,
That's the Saints.
I guess I just dislike Tom Brady so much that I want someone to be like his equivalent right now.
Well, Carson Wentz right now is showing he's his equivalent.
Wentz put on a nice performance.
Wentz has been getting better and better and better But
It also helps that he's got
plays on
players who can
Philadelphia.
catch now.
I think, speaking of Wentz, along the same draft class, I really am surprised with Goff this year, too. I really thought...
I'm not.
But after last year and hearing how, he couldn't even read the play